All right, folks,
let me start by just saying, you know, hopefully I, as a coach, help my team win more games than I make mistakes at the end and cost them a game. But I should have called a timeout. I don't ever like to in those situations, but this is a different team. This team is too young. They're just too young to know that what's there, and if they get in trouble, just call a timeout. This team fought. We made a couple errors, a couple plays that I'll have to go look on tape that they just kept making foul shots to keep them in it, and then the kid makes the three at the top, but we still have the ball down one. And again, 17 seconds, I wanted to see, should have called a timeout. This one's on me. It's not on this team. This team did everything they could to try to win the game.
Questions, raise your hand, we'll get mic to you. Any questions? No. Okay.
Cal, you talk about the team being young, but speak to the team's maturity and able to put aside when you're being suspended and play this game.
What's that?
Put aside the team's ability to put aside when you're being suspended, talking about their maturity and able to put that to the side and play this game.
I don't know, it doesn't have anything to do with anything. Go ahead.
John, you just talked, you said you should have called a timeout. What were you hoping Shea was going to do? What did he tell you?
Well, here's what happens. We play the game against Vandy. You see, I did not call a timeout. You get a layup. Usually they're going to mess. The defense is going to panic. It's a one-point game. What are they saying? Don't. And if he could get by somebody, he was going to get a layup because they weren't going to foul. That's why I usually don't. But this is such a young team, and I could see where they crowded the court and they were being physical, pushing guys around and into each other. Should have called a timeout. At least 10, 12 seconds ago, I should have seen it. And when I saw it, I kind of let it go, hoping he would make. You can't hope, not with these kids. And let me give Tennessee credit now. They came into this building, were up on us a little bit. It was a touch and go game the whole way. We get up, it looks like this thing's ours, and they don't stop. And so give them credit. I'm saying that the chance that we had to win the game fell to me, and I let it go. So this isn't anything about any of these guys. We had some guys not play great defensively, but they played well enough. You know, we fought, we did some good stuff. We still had some turnovers that were unnecessary. You know, we're on the right track now. If this is who we are, I'm feeling good. If you notice, we went to a little more grinded out basketball because of who we are. And that was a good defensive team and a good offensive team, and we did, like I said, other than them making just about every free throw down the stretch, you know, we did what we were supposed to.
Back, Brian.
Cal, you guys got out on the outlet pass quickly, looking to beat the balls down the floor, and also the lob was there tonight. Would you please discuss that?
Well, we're trying to play fast. You know, if we rebound the ball or steal it, we're gone. The question becomes if they score on us or the ball pops out of bounds or they're back there because we fumbled or did something, then we need to grind it out a little bit. We need to have everybody touching the ball. We need to get more people involved in how we're playing offensively. And I think we did that today. But, you know, again, against a really good defensive or offensive team, they shoot 42%, 23 from the three, and have 13 turnovers. That's, with us being this inexperienced and doing that, it's pretty good. Offensively, I thought we did some good stuff. We still have a ways to go.
Coach, Hamid Diallo played only 13 minutes tonight, 4 in the second half. You and Barbie seem to be talking to him quite a bit on the bench. What's going on with him?
He wasn't engaged defensively. I mean, he was breaking down defensively. So, you know, look, these kids aren't machines and they're not robots. They make mistakes, they have bad games, and then, okay, come back next week. We play this weekend. Play this weekend, do it. But it's, you know, I didn't play Sasha as much. Sasha has a hard time with Williams. He had a hard time up in Tennessee with Williams. And we put Jared on Williams, and Jared did pretty good. So now you had Jared and PJ both playing him well, And I thought Nick did some good stuff. Nick rebounded the ball, you know, did some good stuff that way.
Cal, can you comment at all on Ty's suspension and this report that he was at a party with an armed bodyguard?
He violated team rules. He has the back. He is out because of a back, but he's now been suspended because of violating team rules, and that's all I'll say.
Larry.
John, how well do you think your guys can look at the good side of this, the competing, going right down to the end?
Well, we'll see, but you know, again, we had some spells that were so bad, like what are you? What? Why did you? What? And that's what young kids do. And you know, Shea played 39 minutes and Kevin Knox played 37. It's too many minutes. Probably hurt us in the end. But you know what? We're trying to win the game. And if someone is going in for them and breaking down, or you know, you know, I'm looking at this saying, you know what? We're better. Quad A was really good today. Did some good stuff. The last play gave that kid that 3 with his hands down. But again, he made baskets. He got to the rim. He got guys involved. He was good. It looked like we were in control of stuff with him and Shea out there.
Larry.
I'm just going to ask you a little bit more on Quaddy. First half, you were really struggling to score without him. Had no offense. What was he doing that other guys weren't doing, John?
He made shots. And you know what? It's funny, when the ball goes in, it looks pretty good. Your offense looks better. And we got some guys that, you know, are struggling to make shots. And, you know, a 3 for 14 from the 3 is not going to get it done. You're not going to, you know, in a game like this. Now, they only made 5 of 21, but those 2 threes, if we make those 2, we win in pretty good fashion. You know, so, you know, he was making them and the rest of the guys weren't.
Brian.
Have you stressed to Quaddy lately to take the ball to the basket more instead of just settling for the threes?
We want him to play away from the ball because of his size. If he's crowded, he's not the same guy. But if he's away from the ball, give it up, get it back, and make plays away, or for us to drive and get him shots. And then he's crafty with the ball. If you do stop him and he's got space, he can get in the lane. And that little jumper he missed, I thought it was down, because he usually makes that. I mean, again, they did what they had to. They made their free throws. They made that big 3, and we missed some shots that we needed to have go down.
A couple more on the left.
Cal, I think for 3 of the 4 halves y'all played Tennessee this season, Graham Williams has looked like a different player against y'all than he has most of the season. What have y'all been able to do against him that others haven't?
Well, PJ is a good matchup, and now Jared. We don't have any other real good matchups for him, but those 2 are. He's a terrific player. He's got to be one of the Player of the Year candidates, in my opinion.
Last question, John, in the back.
John, Kevin Knox, second game where it looks like he has a hard time finding shots. How much is that on the defense, or how much of that is on him?
Well, he took more shots than anybody on the team.
Do you take good shots or do you take poor shots?
Well, I'd like him to go to the rim more. I'd like him to get in there and get fouled more. You know, the play he made, the and one, I'd like to see a bunch of those. When the court's crowded, he struggles a little bit with that. So maybe we got to do some things to make the court more open for him. Again, guys, for some of the guys, it's as much defense that I worry about. You guys will all look at this offense, but if a guy's breaking down and killing us on defense, the offense, now you break down on offense and you're breaking down, you're really killing us. So we've got to just shore up some of the small mistakes we're making. You know, but again, we gave ourselves a chance to win. That ball, he makes that 3. It's a 1-point game. That game was in my hands to do something with, and I dropped the ball. It's not these guys. These kids did what they were supposed to. That was a hard-fought game against a team that's winning 5 games in a row, now 6. We're struggling a little bit, and we come out and have that kind of effort. Proud of these kids.
All right, thanks, folks. Rick Barnes will be up in just a moment.